What's going on, guys, and welcome to the video. I'm sorry for the background noise, by the way. It's going to be a little noisy. It's the only kind of secluded place I could find. But yeah, it's been 5 years with the Ranger. 5 years, I can't believe it. And 4 years with the lift kit and the wheels and stuff. So I'll do a little 5-year recap or review, I guess, on my thoughts of the truck just overall. The truck's given me, a lot of problems, as I made in my maintenance video where I put together the cost of, entirely everything with this truck, which was an insane amount of money. Once all those issues were sorted out, the truck's been really good to me, especially on days like today. Even getting into this spot, it was pretty snowy. And 4x4 gets through no problem. You keep it in 2-wheel drive and it'll spin, put it in 4-wheel drive and it's like it's not even snowing. It's just, and that's what you expect from all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive systems, I'm sure, but this truck, it's night and day, and I love it for that, for sure. On top of that, it still gets compliments, gets attention. The longer I've had it, the better I've felt about it. It's had its troubles and people make fun of that, but if you look through the comments, I've seen hundreds of comments where people have been talking about their Rangers and can relate to some of the problems I had, and some people can't relate. They say that their truck has been super reliable, super cheap to operate and maintain, and for them, that's great. But this truck, it's been a love-hate, but we've made it through, and some of the little gripes I have, for some reason, I don't know why, it burns through LED lights like nobody's business. The plate lights I've replaced several times and they're burnt out now, I think. The grill lights I've had constant issues with. I have replacements, but they're hard to get out of this new grill that I have, the Raptor style grill, so I have to figure that out when the warmer weather is here. My headlights seem to be flickering as well. My fog lights are burnt out. So, my headlights aren't flickering that much. I just caught it a few times where it kind of flickers for a second and they're good. Other than that, taillights have been good, headlights have been good. Mod stuff related, everything's been fine. Front drive shaft though, I don't know if it's the front or the rear. Something's squeaking, lower RPMs, and under torque on damp days. I also have a squeaky, what I think is a pulley, but that's gonna happen. That's just routine maintenance. I've put 100,000 kilometers on this truck over the 5 years I've had it, so do with that information what you will. But overall, it's been a good truck. I've beat on it quite a bit, but I've also treated it pretty well, I think, pretty fair. And my same gripes as I made on I think it was a 1-year video with this thing, which is crazy to think that was like 3 or 4 years ago, are still the same. The interior is small, super small, so that gets kind of annoying. You have things flying around everywhere. Fuel economy, granted I lifted it and put big 33-inch wheels on it. Fuel economy is pretty bad. I fill up half a tank's maybe 270 kilometers, so I'd be lucky to get maybe 400 kilometers to a full tank. It's just not good. But again, it's a Ranger, it is what it is, and I love it for that. So the 5 years I've had it have been pretty good. Now, in terms of any future updates or things to do to the truck, maybe one day I would swap the headlights out for a different aftermarket brand, or not brand, but style. Other than that, there's not much I'd want to do to it. It's good the way it is. In a perfect world, I'd put a supercharger kit on it or something crazy, but it's my daily, and first of all, it's expensive, and second of all, I'm not really about to blow up this engine. I really hope I don't want to do that, and more boost adding boost would not be good. I couldn't imagine, so. The MBRP exhaust has been great. Sounds great, and it's held together this whole time, no problems. So everything I've put on this truck has been quality, and I'm pretty happy with that. However, the fuel rims, these rims, beautiful rims, but these little bolts, I don't know if I pointed this out in the video, these little beadlock style things, they look like they're rusting. They have like corrosion, surface rust on them, and I don't know why. They should be better than that. That happened within a year of owning them too, I believe. So I don't know why that is. They're Fuel, they're a good brand, so I don't know. I wasn't too happy about that, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not. The rims themselves are fine. So yeah, I really, after 5 years, just wanted to come on, make a video and talk about the Ranger. It's been a while since I've done that. I've been doing bike content, there's some gym content, and I just kind of wanted to go back to just the Ranger, give a little update. It's got over 254,000 kilometers on it now, I think, and I bought, no, is that right? And I bought it with 162,000. So maybe not yet 100,000 K I put on it, but close, closing in on it anyway. I don't even remember, to be honest, but anyway. Now, one more thing I do want to point out about the headlights is that the clear coat, I don't know if you can kind of see, the clear coat's worn off. So it's got this very bad, let me see if I can focus this in. Anyways, it's got this, I don't even know, cloudy look to them now. My buddy Carter, I think he's going to help me out in the spring as well. These, sand them down, wet sand, and put a new clear coat on them, clean them up. But yeah, I wasn't too happy with that either. I mean, I guess that's what you get with the aftermarket stuff. But yeah, that's another flaw, I guess. But taillights do look good still. Taillights have held up well. And yeah. Traction control is odd, especially in the snow. You press and hold to turn it all off, and it just makes it so you can slide a little bit, but it still turns on. It still kicks on. I don't know. I have to turn it off every so often just to let me get out. Like if I get stuck somewhere in two-wheel drive, it will not let me spin the tires at all. And I'll press and hold, turn it off, and it still will do that. So that's kind of a gripe I have. That's just the Ranger in general. I think every traction system with these is like that. I don't know. I don't necessarily like it, but it's super sensitive, which is nice on really slippery days where it'll catch itself pretty damn quick. So in terms of the channel, over the last 5 years, I did a lot of Mustang content, Ranger build content. Not a whole lot of bike stuff and not a whole lot of gym stuff, but this, you know, when the weather gets warmer, and even soon with the gym, I do want to make gym content and bike content. I plan on getting the FC10 tuned, so that'll make for a good video, but we'll see. I mean, I really do want to get into weekly uploads, I'm hoping for, and make a lot more content with the bike and the Ranger as well, but there's not much. Like, I've done just about everything with this truck, so I have to kind of shift my focus a little bit. If there's anything else you want to see about the Ranger, I'd be happy to talk about it, so leave a comment down below. I didn't have too much to say. I mean, yeah, it's been a few years, but the truck, it's still all the same gripes that I had before. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of a shorter one, just me kind of talking, I mean, and acknowledging that it's been 5 whole years with this truck now. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed watching this Ranger for the last few years, but it's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere yet anyway, so